Good morning, Internet. It is a beautiful morning, unreasonably beautiful even, here in sunny Las Vegas, Nevada. I left the house this morning with 36 miles of range at 54 degrees in the 2012 Chevy Volt Premium for those of you keeping score at home. And please keep sending me your data. It's been very informative. Today's video is actually about this car and the Chevy Volt. It's been a minute since I did a Volt video, and the reason for that is that I was specifically asked by a viewer named Buffy who was considering buying a 2015 Chevy Volt herself. Buffy says that she's a teacher and she can't afford a vehicle that needs a lot of costly repairs and is always down for maintenance, needs something reliable and cheap to operate. Well, I can safely say that this is a very good option for that. I was able to pick up the 2012 Chevy Volt Premium, which is what this is. Premium meaning that it's fully loaded and comes with every option that this car had available in the year that it was manufactured. For just over $14,000. Now that is really, really excellent considering it retailed for just under $60,000. It was beautifully maintained when I was able to pick it up, and it was in near perfect condition. There were some scratches and things in the paint on the outside, but the interior is in exquisite condition. There are no stains, no tears, no nothing. I was able to pick it up in, I would say, like new condition. And it's just been an absolute joy to own and operate. The only issue I've had with it is the coolant level sensor failed, but Chevy backs up their electric powertrains and the whole electric charging system on these things for 8 years after the date of manufacture. So they were able to back that up, and they replaced the sensor at no cost to me. That's a much longer story, but basically it all worked out. I had to come out, no money out of pocket, was given a rental car for my trouble. It was all really, really wonderful, and have had no issues with it before that, and no issues since, knock on wood. It's been a really wonderful vehicle. If you drive less than 40 miles a day, you're basically never going to use gasoline, and if you do use gasoline, you're going to get better than 40 miles to the gallon. I use a little bit of gas every day. I fill up maybe once or twice a month. Now that compared to what I was driving, the Volkswagen Passat, and I was filling up once a week, and it was costing me a little over $50 a week to do that. So that was over $200 a month just in fuel alone. That is not counting insurance and not counting repairs, which is a thing needed often. And I couldn't afford a brand new car, so I didn't really know what my options were or what to do. Now, the last year, Chevy came out with a brand new body style of Volt, and a lot of things on it are new. It's got a lot newer features. The interior technology suite is a lot cleaner and a lot newer, obviously, because those things come light years every single year. And it one of the things that they did is smooth out the body lines, lower the roof, it looks like a little bit to me. And if you can see behind me, you see two windows in my hatch. There's the big hatch window that you see in every hatchback, and then just above my license plate, there's another one that gives me more view of the road. I love that little window. I can see right through it, right between the seats, because there's no middle seat in the back, and it does give me better visibility when I'm backing up. I can see who's coming up on me on the freeway. I can see, if there's a car riding close, like it eliminates that blind spot. Unfortunately, the 2017 and newer Chevy Volts, they've eliminated that window, and as far as I can tell, the only reason that they did that was possibly for aerodynamics, but most likely for aesthetics, because from the outside of the vehicle, this Chevy does have, admittedly, the hybrid cheese wedge shape going on that is so iconic to so many of the electric and hybrid cars, like the Leaf and, dare I say it, yeah, the Prius. But it's much cooler than a Prius because it's Chevy, not a Toyota. And also my interior, I feel, is extremely comfortable. This thing's fully loaded. I have two-tone leather that is so comfortable. I have seat warmers. I'm using one right now, just because I like to keep my butt toasty. Why not? Because I can. It's there. I want to use it. There it is. It's so nice. Those two rear seats both fold down all the way, so if I want to take this thing camping, I can load it all the way up. If I need to put coolers in it, which I do literally every week, I can load this thing up. I have no issues with carrying capacity whatsoever. The only thing is, if you have kids, I know sometimes that third seat in the back comes in handy, and this one doesn't have it. It has two buckets in the rear, which are extremely comfortable, and there's their own little 12-volt charging station in the back, which is cool for passengers and cup holders. There's not a ton of legroom in the back. That's one of the criticisms. I have actually ridden in the back of this with the car fully loaded with my husband and father-in-law on the front seat, and my niece and myself in the back seat, and there was not a lot of leg room for grown folk. But I don't care. I basically never sit back there, so whatever. But it's been extremely cheap to operate because I basically never have to put gas in it. And even though you have the onboard motor in an internal combustion car or traditional vehicle, I would have had to change my oil already twice because I put 6,050 miles on it. I used to change my oil every 3,000 miles. I'm extremely anal about that. The oil gets changed on time, damn it. I'd like to take care of my car. But the oil life on this, and here's a nice thing the car will tell you, my oil life right now is at, I have 84% remaining oil life. So when that gets down around 15%, I will change the oil myself. There's no reason for me to go and pay for it. I know how to do it. And when the time comes to do that, I will make a video of me changing my own oil and show you guys how to do that in your Volts. It's not that scary. The motor's so little, you're not going to need gallons and gallons and gallons of the stuff. And there's no reason for me to go pay somebody else a whole bunch of money in labor to go do a specialty oil change on your hybrid vehicle or whatever the hell they're going to charge me for. Because you know that's what's going to happen. And most people do it because they're scared. They're like, oh, I can't. It's a hybrid. It's too complicated. It's not that complicated. There is an internal combustion generator that generates electricity. It's not sending it's not sending kinetic power to the drive wheels. It's generating electricity. And then you have your electric charge system. Electric motors are reliable and they're very efficient, and they don't really, they don't break like internal combustion motors do. Internal combustion, we have seals, and we have gaskets, and we have stretched bolts, and we have compression, and there's a lot of things that can go wrong on one of those. The timing chain and this and that, like there's all kinds of things that just go bad and wrong all the time, with parts stretching, parts breaking, parts getting hot and cold and hot and cold and hot and cold. Things are exploding in there. Stuff breaks. It's not really a big issue with these, with the electric cars so much. So your maintenance costs are going to be a lot less than they would be in a regular vehicle. And as a teacher myself, I know how important that is to save money. Frankly, we don't make the money we should, and so we got to save it wherever we can. And so, Buffy, I hope that's helped answer your questions. I absolutely adore this car. I can't see owning anything but an electric car ever again, and I can't see owning anything but a hatchback ever again, because the versatility this thing has afforded me is just incredible. I've been truly impressed by it. I really love this car, and I think that if you can find a 2015 that's even newer than this one, so much the better. And so much the better again if you can find one that's a premium. And if you can't, you're still going to love your car, because it's still going to have the same running gear. It's still going to have that same great electric motor with the onboard gas generator. You're going to have the freedom of an internal combustion car without the issues of an internal combustion car, without the extra cost of an internal combustion car in gas, because it is going to be more efficient. And I hope that about sums it up. If there's anything I've left out or any additional questions you have, I don't mind talking about this car all day long. So please go ahead and throw that down in the comments, and that goes for absolutely everybody. For those of you who drive your Chevy Volts and can extol the virtues of them, I know I've got a married couple on here, each of whom drive different model years of the Chevy Volt, and I know that I've got one guy whose entire family owns them. Him, his wife, his kids, his parents, they have like 6 or something, the whole family all put together. So I want to go ahead and throw up in the comments what you guys like and what you don't like about yours. If there's anything you think Buffy should watch out for, if there's another car you can recommend, please let me know. But I want to support somebody else looking into getting a Chevy Volt, looking into maybe transitioning into their first electric vehicle. I think that's very exciting. This is my first one, and it's been a game changer for me, and I would love nothing more than to help other people find their way into the right electric car for them. So I hope that about sums it up for you today. And again, if there's anything I left out or anything else you want to know, go ahead and just let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I really appreciate your time here. Please consider subscribing right over here, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Here's some other videos I think you'll enjoy right down here. My name is Catherine with EVs of Nevada. I hope everybody has a really great Thursday. Please remember to like, subscribe, and smile.